Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 55 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of ATM10. Today it's Induction Furnace Day, Induction Casings. Yes, Induction Cell, Induction, the thing that makes and holds a lot of power. You know what I'm talking about. Day. We need structure glass, I think, probably, yes. Okay, cool. I'm thinking we just kind of like stick this thing over here-ish. Does that sound like a plan? I like it. Maybe line it up more so with this than that. I think that's a plan. So the plan for this is we'll do something like that, and then this, and then that, and then that, and that should be cool. I like it. And then inside, we'll go the induction cell and induction provider that we created last episode, and that should be cool. And then basically, input and output, and you have a capacity of 1.6 trillion, and you have an input-output speed of 52 million FE per tick, compared to the 2 million that we were capped at before. I feel like this is cool, right? Super cool. So then we're going to have a quantum entangloper, or 2, or 4, probably, set up to both send and receive energy. So do you need to be like, so you're like input and then you're output, right? So you're going to output, we'll set this channel for energy main, okay? And your side config will be clear all sides, right? And then for energy, you're going to have energy coming in on this dude, right? Now you are going to be channel generators, okay? And your side config for energy will be to output automatically to the right. Is that cool? Okay. So that should be good. So then if we come over to here, what I'm thinking is we break this dude, okay? And then you're going to be on generators set, and your side config for energy will basically be input on all sides, right? Specifically the turbine valve. So now if I turn you on, you should be getting lots of energy over here. Hooray! Billions of energies. Because you're producing 10 million FE per tick, and we're able to transfer all of that immediately into this dude. Okay? So now your output is not going anywhere yet. But you're going to. Because I want to consolidate all of our energy today. So we're going to go home, probably courtesy of this route. Okay? And what I would like to do now is look at this setup back here, right? So, like, you guys are all cool, right? But I don't want you no more. I want you to be instead replaced with, right? So now you should presumably be getting filled up with power, right? I want you to be replaced with a quantum entangloper who will be on the generators network, right? And your side config for energy will be input on all sides. So now you should be empty once again from power, okay? I'm going to borrow you for a sec. And then also back here, probably set up here. Because I don't want to, like, lose what I had in terms of the ender cell. So I'm going to keep you. I'm going to keep you. I'm going to keep you. And then I'm going to have a quantum entangloper. Ender cell nitro. Yeah, it's fine. You can go away. Did I use all my quantum entangloopers already? I guess I did. Right? So, I want you to continue to power. I don't want to have to go around to where all my power outputs were and replace them with quantum entangloopers. That sounds like a bad idea. So what I'm going to do is take this dude, right, and make him a energy main, and you for energy will be outputting, right? So then now you should be filling up. Receive it. Energy eject on. You should be filling up. There you go. Nice, right? So you're going to fill back up with energy, stay capped up. That's cool. And then you'll still handle our player transmitter. You'll still handle all the power connections that we have around the base that we've been using this whole time. But, like, you're being fueled by the reactor, among other things. Is that cool? I like that. I feel like that's very sufficient for us. Okay, so now you're currently inputting 171, outputting around, you know, some number. But our reactor's not on. So like, let's go turn on our reactor. Okay, and that's cool. And now you're producing close, super close to 10 million FE per tick. You're receiving all 10 million FE per tick. And now what we can do is head over to our waste processing area and decide that instead of doing this, we can do this. Ender pearls. Ender pearls, of all things to be out of in the middle of this build. We are out of ender pearls. Enderman prediction, please. Thank you. Yeah, you can run for a minute. Ta-da! We're back. All right, so then quantum entangloper. Good to go. And cool. Generators, energy main. We want energy main, set, energy, output, auto eject. And now you should be getting power. Yes, once I tell you to do this again. Wow, that was quick. Right. And now we go home because we have to sleep so that our stuff works, right? And you should be running at like 51 million FE per tick, which is pretty bananas. All right. Now, if I wanted to, I could probably throttle you in some way, which would probably be smart because 51 million FE per tick is like way too fast. So the problem with this thing is it will burn as much energy as we throw at it. So like we're gonna want to like buffer up the polonium somehow, but only let it run when there's a sufficient amount stored inside the machine. Like, can you toggle on and off with redstone signal? I don't think you can as a machine. No. I think normally the way I do this is I put the polonium in like a waste barrel drum, because that should work. But if I do that, is the polonium gonna decay? That's an exceptional question that I don't have a solid answer to, right? So if I did, let's say this, okay, does that not work? Maybe you have to go into the, there you go, right? So now you're at, does polonium ever decay? Like waste decays, right? Does polonium decay? Oh, good. The answer is no. So that's cool. So then what I could do is do something like this. What we could say, so like we let this thing accumulate lots of polonium, right? Like a healthy amount. And then we could do some kind of like measurement to say if you've got a certain threshold of polonium, right? This and this and this and that. And you're going to extract overclocky-ish. What's your buffer size? Oh, right. But you're going to extract from the down. So you can keep that in place, right? And then you run out. So that's basically what we want to do, right? So like we want to like detect when this is like mostly full and then drain it until it's empty, right? So basically we're going to want you to only extract on a certain channel, right? And you'll connect up to this guy, right? And you'll say, for now, we're just going to do it with a lever, right? So like you go ahead and run no matter what, right? Because we want to fill this dude up, okay? Now, can we censor you? That's a good question, right? So if I put on the up face, see, I don't think I can get polonium stored in anything right now, so that might actually not be easy to do. But you can comparator, can't you? I believe you can. So let's have you be here. And on the down, you do that, right? Okay. So can't you comparator? Right. Mode 3, power 3. Okay. So that's cool. Okay. Okay, so you connect up to this guy, or is you too far? No, you're good. Okay, cool. So you do that and that. Okay. And then what if we did a logic board? Okay. Following me here? All right. So like currently you're outputting a power of 3, right? So couldn't we do something here where we be um like turn it on when it's greater than 8 and then turn it off when it's at 0, right? That might be a thing that we could do. Edges and timers and counters and min max average limit time clock day. I don't know what half that stuff does. I'm gonna see if there's a way to do this with this fancy block. Give me a minute to like read through some of this and think about it. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. So let's say the red. Well, I don't even know if I need that, to be honest with you. So what we'll say is the blue output will be true if the yellow input is greater than, let's say, 6. Okay. So as it runs now, if you're emitting higher than 6, which you're currently at 3, you would emit blue, right? But we need to add to that, right? Because as soon as it drops just below 6, it'll turn off and toggle on and off, on and off, and on. That's not what we want, right? Right? So if it's less than 6, we want to do another check. So we'll say B is equal to, and we'll do an if Y is less than 1, then emit 0. Otherwise, emit whatever B is already emitting. Does that work? Right? So like first it says if you're over 6 on the yellow input, turn on B. And then it says B will become if yellow is less than 1. So if yellow hits 0, you know, then turn off B. Otherwise, do whatever B is currently doing. I think that works. I think that works. So if we start filling you up now, you're at 4, you're at 5, you're at 6. And then as soon as you hit 7, that thing should turn on. 7 being greater than 6. Okay. So not quite what I was hoping to see. Maybe we have to use a max here. Whatever's bigger. B. So let's try this with the red, because I'm kind of trying to figure this out, but I don't quite know. So let's say red is whatever's bigger. R. Is that valid? And then we'll say blue's output is if y is less than 1, 0, otherwise whatever R is. How's that sound? That could be cool. Right. And then you're at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, I like that. I like that. Maybe, actually. Yeah, no, you should be turning off now. Yeah, you should be turning off now. So how about red? That's not right either. So I think I might have gotten it, but like right as I was testing it, I actually filled up my antimatter. So that's kind of funny. Do we have any extra fluorite here? I do. I guess I don't have fortune on this pick. Oh, I do. Okay, I just had really bad luck right there. You know what's funny is I literally just killed one of these guys 3 seconds ago. I don't know how he spawned so quickly, but whatever. Chemical crystallizer, please. And do we want a... So, like, antimatter can also be used to make stuff in this guy, but you need a couple antimatter pellets before we can make you. Right, okay. And antimatter, I assume, is... this kind of deal? There you go. Nice. Okay. So, is this behaving now? So on the down... So you drained, you're off. So on the down... Cool. Okay, so I think this makes sense. So follow my logic. If yellow is greater than 6, emit a 15 on the blue. Otherwise, do whatever red's doing, right? And red is if you're emitting on blue, which we only do when we're over 6, turn red on. Otherwise, keep red where it's at, right? And then red, again, is if yellow is less than 1, set it to 0. Otherwise, keep wherever red's at. So what happens is once we hit 7 there, red turns on until we hit 0, at which point red turns off. Is that cool? But we're never hitting 0 because we're constantly inserting. So let's make that a less than 2. Okay. So on the down, you can do this again, right? So like, right now we're at 2, right? So we're doing whatever red's doing, which is it's off at the moment. And red doesn't get turned on until blue gets turned on. And blue doesn't get turned on until we're above 6, right? So as soon as we're above 6, right, we turn on blue, therefore also turning on red. But blue stays on as long as red's on. That's really complicated, and I did a bad job of explaining it. But I think it works, right? So then we drop, and then as soon as we hit power 1, it should turn off. Cool? Yeah, I'm doing a bad job of explaining it. I acknowledge that fully, right? But I think it's working. And I guess my only question now is, do I need more solar neutron activators? Which is very possible. What I need to do is burn through all my stuff very quickly. Right? And then... That's pretty cool, though, right? It works. It works. I'm having trouble understanding it, but like it works. It worked in my brain, and then it put it in there, and it behaved itself, right? So basically, it's saying blue turns on, right? This guy turns on when we go above 6, right? It sets it to 15 as the output. So if yellow is greater than 6, output 15. Otherwise, output whatever red's doing, right? So as soon as this goes above 6, blue turns on, okay? Red, if blue is on, set red to 15. Otherwise, keep red where it's at. So like as soon as blue turns on, red becomes 15, and then when blue turns off, red stays on, because even though blue's off, it stays where red's at, right? And then the next line says, now that you've figured out that red should stay on, let's check if yellow is less than 2. And if it is, set red to 0. Otherwise, keep red where it's at. Hopefully I explained that well. Somebody else is going to have to tell me in the comments if you're not good at redstone and programming, did that make sense? I don't know. I don't know if that made sense or not. But like, kind of works, right? I don't know. We'll see. So then, I told you I was going to go like massively OP. So like a 500 uranium like fuel per tick production line is pretty OP, I think. Like, look at us. We're already at like significant amounts of uranium, which is kind of cool. So I think what we could do, you're going to need some power. Endergate nitro, please. And you're going to need some universal cabling. Right? Cool. So you're making antimatter for me now, which is neat. And I would like a functional storage drawer for you to output to, and then you can lock. In fairness, I should just have you dump into an ender chest, shouldn't I? Yeah, because I'm gonna want you back home, and I don't have a quantum tunnely dude here. So I'm gonna break you. Well, maybe I'm not gonna break you. I'm just gonna do that, unlock, and give me. Thanks. Because I know you can sometimes be nuisancey about that. I'm gonna do that. And then you... Look at that. We already have 3 antimatter? I feel like antimatter got massively buffed, or I just have like a silly amount of polonium going on. I can't tell. I know there was a buff, it said to like... Didn't it say somewhere there was a buff to increase production fee, waste to polonium buffed. So I guess that made making antimatter easier. I'm on board with that. I'm cool with that. So are we like done with you? Oh wow, did we burn through all of our... Okay. Are you like all cleaned out now? You are. Look at you. Okay, cool. All right, so assuming for the moment, okay, that's cool. So you're producing silly amounts of power. You're storing silly amounts of power. We're good on all fronts. You are hopefully maintaining our waste. Do you need a nap? I do need a nap. So here's where we check if our polonium production is keeping up with our nuclear waste production. Right? It's daytime now, so you should be processing our waste. And it looks like you are. So the real question would be, do we burn through waste faster than we don't make it overnight time, right? And then obviously fluorite is going to be a thing that we need to deal with. And probably sulfur at some point too. Though I don't know about sulfur, but definitely fluorite. Because, like, yes, we have fluoride essence, but clearly we don't have enough fluoride essence going on, right? I'm guessing we just have one seed, and it's probably being accelerated. So now what I want to probably do... It's not up here, right? Because that would be stupid. Yeah, no, it's definitely down here somewhere. Uranium, sulfur, fluorite. There you are. Okay, but definitely not enough fluorite, right? Definitely not enough fluorite. So it's either get more fluorite seeds or try to amp that up. I have an idea for amping it up. Is that tick accelerator mod in here from Industrial 4? It is. Yes. I sense this in our immediate future. Thoughts? And look at this. There's a tooltip that says can be used in AE2 interface to request souls. Souls can be accessed using an AE2 storage bus on the top side. Ooh. So that means I can transmit souls through AE? Ooh. Ooh, Dyer likes this. Dyer's very much a fan. I'm a big fan. Speaking of, how's my Nether Star farm going? Still going. Just putting out there that this thing has just been like a champ the entire time we've been doing all this other stuff. This is still going strong. Okay? Any questions about how cool that design was? Because we're at like 76,000 Nether Stars now. I don't remember how many Nether Stars we needed, but I feel like it was a lot. And I forgot the number, but it was a lot, right? ATM star. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 times 729 blocks. Well, 729 blocks, 9 stars per block times 15. So we need 98,000 Nether Stars, if my math is correct. And we're at like 76,000. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But more importantly, this thing's going really well. Now we're going to run out of fissile fuel in a bit. I'm honestly okay with that in a moment. I'm probably just going to let you pause for a sec. But look at us with antimatter. That's cool. That means we can go to our waste processing area. So you should be dumping your antimatter that you're producing straight here, right? And now we should be getting antimatter in here. I don't even need to know if we need a drawer for it, to be honest with you, because, like, we're not going to get that much antimatter, are we? That sounds like a question that I don't really know the answer to. Antiprotonic nucleosynth something or other. Yay? So if I did that, and then we did pressurized tube here, hopefully you'll split that and then buffer up here. Let's turn you back on for a sec. Because you should split evenly, right? After you're running. That would be cool. Right? So you're definitely keeping up with nuclear waste. Not a problem. You're at 5. Come on. You know what'd be funny is I should be able to toggle you on with like a good solid redstone signal. I guess redstone signals don't propagate through lamps. Okay, so are you splitting? Tell me you're splitting. Yes, you're splitting. Cool. So this guy will fill up, and then if we ever need to like do something with it, we can. Cool. So if I ever need antimatter for something, we can totally make this happen. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm cool with that. Okay. So then our main thing we're gonna need to do now, that we really, 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 really need to do, is one of two things. One, we're gonna need more fluorite. And I think my trick for that is going to be I'm going to do some kind of like really fast growth thing, augmenting it with souls. So I think next episode we come back and we get into industrial foregoing souls, which will allow me to get some really fast crop growth, and let's see how like ridiculous we can get with a single crop seed, right? Like how ridiculous can I go with this? I think it's not going to be the garden cloche because there's the other thing from foregoing, and I always think of foregoing I think as like a pretty powerful mod. So you know, foregoing good. Foregoing has the hydroponic bed. So I'm thinking we combine the hydroponic bed with some wither gas. Because if I'm not mistaken, you want like that wither gas stuff from foregoing. No, not the fermented ore meat, the other bluish one. Ether gas. Yeah, this stuff goes in the hydroponic bed and makes it like really fast, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then we combine that with foregoing souls, and especially the fact that we can interface with AE means that we can very quickly and easily maybe transfer you know, soul surge through the AE network, and then we can have like a central soul production thing for withers. That could be cool. All right, next episode, I agree. For now, I just want to sign off. Hope you enjoyed this one, and take it easy.